All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Diamond G. We're coming through. We're gonna do something, give a little update on how things are going. I've got enough material, y'all, for probably about 30 different shows. So this is how I'm gonna. This is how I've decided I wanna go about things. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the very beginning. We're going to talk about um, faith and why faith is the secret to life after death. Um, yeah, I know a lot of people will be like, "What? What does that mean?" But yeah, so I'm going to talk about that. And what I am going to do is allow my testimony um, to be my light and kind of show people the way, man. There's nothing greater in this world than being. I see somebody. All right, right on, Aaliyah. All right, good. Aaliyah can hear it. There is nothing like being in a position to defy the odds, and you find out who your true friends are. You find out who your family really is. Um, it's been one heck of a ride, man. You know what I'm saying? So, for those of you who are joining this stream to be entertained, um, I can promise you that that is going to happen. You are going to be very entertained over the course of the next few weeks of what we got going on. Um, let's see. In addition to that, let me see if I can. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're good. Hold on one second, guys. I just wanted to just make sure that everything is there. Okay. All right, good. All right, there we go. All right, that's better. Let me see. Yeah, that's a lot better. All right. So as such, like I was saying, I've got enough material for a lot of shows. So as such, I'm gonna show you all um how evil the world is, but also how beautiful it is at the same time. I am going to share with you some of the experiences that my family has been going through, and I will tell you that as a man and a father and a husband, you just learn a lot, when you go through things. But most importantly, like I said, you find out about the people around you, you know. So, without further ado, let's kind of jump on in, right? So, if this is the first time you were tuning in to Diamond G Speaks, I'm gonna give you a brief introduction. Uh, I am right now. I guess I'm the proof of the existence of a higher power. Um, my I have a lot of different titles, but I'll say that this one here is probably the one that I'm most proud of. Um, I've had a lot of things going in my life, from traumatic brain injuries to, saying, crazy motorcycle accidents, things where, a lot of people just figured that I shouldn't be alive, right? But, where we're at here, that's just what it is, right? So, at some point, we all have to decide, saying what exactly it is that we want out of this life, right? And I've been put in that position, right? So it's crazy, But let's get into it. All right. So let's talk about what happened to me over this summer, man. Um, Over this summer, I started having major, not this, not this summer that we're coming up on, this past summer. I started having issues with my weight. I couldn't eat, a lot of different things. Long story short, I get diagnosed with cancer. I get diagnosed with terminal cancer, cancer of the peritoneum. Um, my wife did not want me to know just how bad it was because she felt that I would not have taken it well. And with all of the things that have been going on around my family, with my children in particular, she figured that I probably would have snapped and visited the same harm upon these individuals that they had been visiting upon my children and my wife. And real talk, man, she knew what she was talking about, you know. Just to give y'all an idea, what I'm saying, of just how ridiculous the foolishness got within this community that I live in. Um, Man, let me tell you, I have seen people stoop to some low things, right? I've been witness to some of the worst in humanity, man. But nothing, what I'm saying, nothing that I've seen in any jail, prison, any depraved, what I'm saying, mind or individual. Um, I've come across a lot of them, man, and I can tell you right now, the ones that are floating around, out in these communities out here that are doing stuff are way worse than anything you'll find in a jail. To me, these people have no conscience, right? Um, I'll jump in directly into that, what I'm saying, and then we'll just kind of feel our way around it, man. You know what I'm saying? And so let me preface this by stating that everything that I am making allegations of and everything that I'm talking about in these videos, I can back everything up on paper and video, y'all. Um, I I have been put in a very strange place, right? A few weeks ago, people in my neighborhood, some individuals that shall remain nameless for the moment, until I get ready to do it the official way. Um, you know, these these depraved clowns thought that I had died. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. These morons were under the belief that like my wife was like hiding the fact that I was dead or something. Um, and all of this started because I decided that in order for me to be able to take care of my family and do some things, I had to go to the Lord. The Lord told me that I needed to shut everything down in order for everybody to go home alive. So, for those of you who well, like, wow, what exactly does that mean? Well, in addition to me dealing with my cancer, at that time, my eldest daughter, Gianna, who will be 21 July 2nd, praise God, she ended up with blood clots in her brain and her spine, and she was given like a 5% chance to survive, right? So that was going on, right? Then my wife's mother, the only mother I have left, she ended up, I think it was like on the 13th, she ended up going, got up in the morning, excuse me, and it was in May, and we went to go take her, went to go check on her, and she had both her kidneys had failed. Something was going on with her heart. Lungs had filled with fluid. Um, and she was diagnosed with stage 4 cervical cancer. Right. So we're dealing with all of this stuff, man. That's just on the health end, right? Well, at the same time, I'm on all these different medications. They had sent me back into, after I went back into the hospital the second time. They wanted me to take, all these pain pills. Long story short, I am a scientist. I also know my body. Did some research on myself and come to find out I have a allergy to opiates, and so that's that meant. That meant that I couldn't take them no more. Um, a choice that I had to make, you know. So, give me a minute. As I gotta breathe. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep breathing and reaching. Hold on. Whew. Oh man, yeah. Just to kind of keep y'all in so you can understand what it is. In order for me to be able to sit up, it takes a lot of energy. In order for me to be able to speak at length, or at nauseum, takes a lot of energy. Um, you know. But okay, so let's go. Let's keep on going. So, while all this is going on, I've got an HOA that is sees that there's $700,000 worth of equity sitting, just sitting in this house. All right. So while all this is going on, and this process started probably back with them, they got on their course in November. Shortly after I divulged to a couple of individuals that I had horrible cancer that was like really, really bad. And then my wife, confided in a couple of people also that they believed that my cancer was terminal. Then all of this stuff out. My neighbors who live close by to me, they looked out. You know what I'm saying? While all of this was going on, man, I've got people harassing my children. I've got the HOA, you know what I'm saying, the community property manager. She's involved in harassing and intimidating my kids. And I couldn't answer none of these things that were being done, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to go on the prayer. For 6 weeks, I had to disappear, right? Now, most people would think that that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying, want to, disappear. Excuse me. Slide that in. People say you would want to disappear in the midst of everything that's going on while people are trying to take everything from you that is near and dear to you, right? But that's what I had to do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The Lord told me, hey, shut it down. I got you. You know what I'm saying? People around you, the ones that are good, will hold y'all down. And don't worry about the bad stuff. I'll cover you. All right. So, what do? I tell my wife this. Uh, she looks at me and says, Greg, I don't know. That seems like a far cry. I don't know if that's something we live in faith, but it doesn't seem like it will be feasible right now. So I then pointed out to her that God, the creator, whatever name people want to call him or her by, has made a way for me to be here. So if I am standing here as your husband and I have defied the odds and you defied the odds, trust and believe, that um, dealing with things in this matter is the way that's got to be done. So my queen, Miss Gigi, says, all right, baby, let's do it. So that's what we did. And when I tell you, the devil showed his ass, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when you say, people talk about the devil, they try to they try to quantify it in a way that makes sense, you know. Um, I would have to say in this case, the devil would be the equivalent of just this massive, wicked, evil energy, dark energy, right? And being able to finally understand why it is that I believed that, you know, I was under siege since birth, right? And I'm thinking that all these things that were happening to me made me a cursed man, right? From birth, right? From birth. Um, but where I'm at now, the Creator has been merciful, right? I understand why these things had to happen. To the people who have tried to profiteer over what you believed was my impending death. For the people who stole and robbed things that did not belong to them from my family, thank you. You know, to the evil hearted bastards down there at that Toughies in Tampa, to those jokers, from your manager all the way down. Dealing in death is never a profitable business. For some people, it has been. I ask myself, why? Right? Why me? What made me so different? Right? So many other people have had this happen to them, have perished, their families run amok. So I just had to accept what it was. I have to be that example. Right? I have to be here to show people that you can fight and win against the enemy. Now, whatever the enemy is to you, there is a way to defeat that enemy. Right? So that's just a little taste, y'all. That's a little taste of what's to come. Lord willing, tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we start getting into details, right? Step by step, names, dates, locations. But we're also going to shine light where it needs to be shined, right? Because we got brave people in this world that have stood up when others turned their backs because they thought nobody was looking. We're going to get to celebrating them too. All right, y'all. Deuces.